On today's episode of Poor Lifestyle Choices, let's go. Hey gang, I just made another short video on me cutting up a tree that was suspended up into another tree, getting that out of the way. They're frequently called widowmakers. They're generally considered dangerous to take down, but they're really not if you just follow a few simple rules. And I've got a good way of doing it. It's probably not the only way, but it's been working out really well for me for a long time. I'm going to show you how to do it. So if you're new to chainsaws and cutting up firewood to heat your cabinet and stuff, watch the video, and after that we will close her up. Okay, we've been working on getting this tree right here that's leaning up into this other tree down, and as you can see, I've been working on it. There's the butt of it right over there. And I've been cutting off sections, and as it falls, you know, it kind of switched directions. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to get the rest of the way down. I'm not going to take all of it down, just a few sections today. But what I'm going to do basically is we're going to come up here, and at a comfortable height, we're going to cut in a particular manner right here. I'll show you the way I do it that works good for me. That's probably not the only way to do it, but that's pretty much the way I do it. And to keep things under control, I'm then going to tie a line off onto this, and we're going to winch it that way with the come along. So let me get the camera set up, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into the tree. Now, generally saying you don't cut from the top when something's leaning, because it's going to want to pinch. But I do cut down in about not quite half the way, I guess, or whenever I feel it's enough. Then I'm going to pivot the saw so it cuts down, you know, this way. What that's going to do is that's going to leave me like a pie wedge right here on this side. And what that will do is that will let me to cut the rest of the way with minimal saw inside the tree. In that case, in case it does pinch, my saw isn't stuck there, and you can risk, you know, damaging the saw if it falls on the ground. Of course, now we have snow, so that's probably not going to happen. But I can damage the bar and pinch it or bend it in something, and I don't want to do that. And I want to be, you know, careful. I don't want to have to, you know, put a new bar on if I don't have to. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. It works pretty good. I've been doing it a long time, and I'll try to show you some other trees here that I'm going to be taking down. We're going to take down like 2 sections today, and that's it. And I'll just tape the one. So we'll get going on this. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. I'll have to zoom in on this, but I think you'll probably see there's just a little bit of material right in this section right here. It goes about halfway through. And I'll finish the cut using just the tip of the saw. But first, before I do that, I'm going to tie a piece of rope off down here and connect it to the tree I'm winching from. So let's go do that first. Okay, you can see I got my rope tied off. It's just 2 simple half hitches. Doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Now I'm going to have to get the camera out of the way. And you're not going to really see this too much, because I got to stand pretty much right in between you and the tree. And no matter where I put it, I'm going to be in the way. So I'll just explain to you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to finish that cut at the bottom, but I'm going to leave just a little bit of a piece in there just to keep holding everything in place. It'll be real thin, and then when I start winching on it, it'll crack. We're going to be dragging the tree this way in this case. You can't go the other way, but we're going to go this way. I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to leave a little bit of meat in there in the very middle, and then we'll do our winching, and I'll reposition the camera over there so you can see what's going on. Okay, whoops. Come along is hooked up. What we're going to do is I'm going to pull all the slack I can out of out of the rope that's attached to the tree. I'm going to pinch it and just do a half hitch. And then just another half hitch. That's all we need. Take a little rest of the slack out of it. Okay, sorry about that. Should we zoom in a little bit and see what's going on? Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, now what's going to happen is the tree, when it breaks, you can see where the line is and everything. We're going to bring the bottom part that we cut this way, and the tree isn't going to fall towards us, the top. It's going to kind of just dive back into the snow that way. You can make it where it comes this way, but I don't want to do it because, one, I'm on solid ground here and it's just shorter and everything, so blah blah blah. That's why I'm doing it. So there. Let's start winching. Okie dokie. I wasn't expecting it. I figured it would stay hung up, but that just makes our job easier. I thought I would have to winch at least one more time before that thing would come down. But that's cool. I'm totally and completely happy with that. I don't have to do any more. You know, I can just take the saw and cut, which is awesome. So anyway, I suppose if you want, I can show you. Nah, you've seen people use chainsaws before. I'm waving my arms. You've seen people cut trees up before. I will spare you that agony. Okay, here's a helpful hint in storing your rope if you've ever been in the military or done any mountaineering. I'm going to see if I can't keep this in frame. I can't see my screen because of the sunshine. This bag really needs to be replaced, but instead of, you don't want to, roll your rope up and make like a pretty little carry package, because you're going to fight it when you get out into the woods. So the way to do it is this: get your rope container and feed it into the bag, and use one hand, your free hand, to pinch it and keep it in, and then just keep feeding it. And feeding it and feeding it. Am I on screen? And just keep doing that, because that way when you get done, you'll leave a tag end hanging out of the bag, and then when you need it, you just pull on that tag end and everything comes out perfectly. There's no knots, there's no loops or anything in there. They get all jumbled together. Just keep feeding it in like this. Whoop. And you will be good to go. I promise. There's 100 feet of this rope, so I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but you get the idea. Just keep filling it up like this, and it'll pull out perfectly, no snags or nothing, and you'll be much happier rather than fighting that dang coiled up rope all dang day long. Don't be a Marine, okay? Don't be a Marine. I'm just saying. Well, there you have it. I hope you got something out of the video. If you haven't had much experience with chainsaws and cutting firewood and stuff, there's going to be a series on this if you're, like I said, a beginner. So just follow along, leave a comment, ask a question, subscribe. I don't put out a ton of videos, but if you subscribe, I'll be able to get you that information as spring comes along. My dog's kind of beckoning to me, so I got to get going. But like I say, I hope you appreciate the video. Please like, subscribe, share. Why should you suffer alone, right? And by the way, why don't you scroll on down into the comment or the description area and click on the link that takes you to my little online store and buy one of my Alaska mugs. Sure go a long way towards keeping my little fart blossom. Where is she? Is she there? I can't see her. Fart blossom. Where is she? She never does what she's told. But anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.